Welcome to the Sister Street Show with Mary Nunley and Sharon Aguirre, interactive show and virtual playground where we explore topics around entrepreneurship, online and in-person events, and the games that can be played with all of it. We invite you on our journey of sisterhood discovery and trial and error in the adventures of online entrepreneurship.
Hey everyone, it's Mary Nunley, one of the co-hosts of the Sister Street Show. And today I have my friend and colleague, Mitchel Levy, the global credibility expert, joining us today. For those of you that don't know, I met Mitchell about a year and a half ago in a summit. And I had reached out to him on one of the panels behind in the back channel saying, I need to get to know you more. He's like, sure, here's my link, set up a call. And since then, he has made a huge difference in my life and in my
Mm.
business as I have learned more about my CPoP, which Mitchell will explain, and how I can be very clear when talking to potential customers, clients, or just new networking partners. So, Mitchell, welcome and take it away.
Well, thank you, and it's been my honor and pleasure to spend time with you. Your brilliance, your genius is powerful, and I need you right now. And the session we just had was amazing. You've saved so much time and energy in terms of what we have to do next. So thank you for your insight.
It's my pleasure.
What's really interesting is I've interviewed 500 thought leaders on credibility. 98% cannot articulate who they serve and the pain point they address. So in essence, they're putting hampers on themselves in terms of being successful. And this is not a marketing thing of who you are and what you say. It's not your 30-second pitch. This is really who you are. It's who you are, where you resonate, how you add value. It's that you that people see, that they not only want to be around you because you're fun, because you're loving what you do. By the way, just so you know, if you do what you love and you make money, people want to be around you because you're fun to be around, right? Simple. Um, Not only can you do that and be that person people want to be around, those people who do enjoy being around you, they want to share you. They want to recommend you, right? And so what I found from the 98%, now it's over 1,000 people I've talked to about this thing called a CPOP, the customer point of possibilities. So in interviewing folks on credibility, there are 10 values one needs. One of them is being a servant leader. If you want to be credible, you need to be of service to others. And so your customer point of possibilities is, how are you of service to your customers? And can you articulate that in 10 words or less? Mary, what's your current, like, we had a prior and now new CPOP.
Yes.
What
So
was your old and new?
my old one was helping SMEs with their e-learning, and I'm butchering it, but I just want to show the contrast. My new one, I haven't memorized it yet, but I'm close. L&D teams creating effective learning experiences.
Mm, mm. And so there's a couple things between old and new, but what's the new one mean to you? How are you using that differently?
So that's a great question. I am using it as I meet new people because L&D teams creating effective learning experiences is something that, whether they're in the learning and development field, whether they're a course creator or not, they understand teams, they understand effective experiences. And if I have to explain what L&D is, that's not a big deal. But that key part, creating effective learning experiences, people now know exactly what we do and they get excited by it. And when I was talking about working with SMEs, creating e-learning that's engaging, first people stop just at the word SME because it's not really a word, subject matter expert. And I just lost people. They're like, well, I'm not a SME. I don't even know what that means. So it wasn't even helpful to get introductions to people because I spent too much time explaining SME.
So one of the foundations of you and how you show up is this thing called a CPOP. The second is, you want people to be able to recommend you, and you want people to be proud of recommending you in terms of how you show up. So the shorter your CPOP can be, the better. And we have a online course where you can then learn your CPOP. And the cool part is once you now know your CPOP, what you're not trained to do is when you're not in the room to show up in such a way where you reinforce that.
Mhm.
So how do you show up? And so we have the Ultimate Credibility Bootcamp is an opportunity for you to work with us and explore how do you actually show up when you're actually not in a room. So when people actually research you, when they look at you on social media, do they have endorsements? This is an endorsement that we both have of each other that is right here. When they see videos and they watch you, those are all ways in an asynchronous way. When you're not in a room, do you reinforce your CPOP and all that? And then the coolest part at the top of the ladder of credibility in terms of the steps that you take, are you credible? When you show up, do you just live, breathe, emanate your CPOP? So I'm going to share mine.
Okay.
It's leaders living their values. And there are 10 values associated with credibility. And if you're living the values which are credible, you are by definition credible yourself. And so leaders living their values is what you'll see everywhere when you look at me and get reinforced. What I want for you, I want you to have a CPOP that truly is you, something you love doing, something you love being of service to others, something you get paid for in the way that you consider well enough, whatever that is.
Mhm.
And I want people to recommend you, and I want you to be essentially more credible. And that's what we're doing with the Ultimate Credibility Bootcamp. And Mary, I'm so happy to partner with you to bring more people to see and experience and to transform as part of just aligning who they are with how they show up.
Oh, Mitchell, that is so powerful. And again, I have had so much fun working on my CPOPs and watching them iterate. And I'm looking forward to the boot camp. And my sessions with Mitchell are just always eye opening for me. And I'm glad to hear I provide some value to him. If somebody wants to sign up for the boot camp, where do they go?
It's thank you.
Oh,
Obvious. It's ultimatecredibilitybootcamp.com.
perfect. That's easy to remember. UltimateCredibilityBootcamp.com. We'll put it in the show notes, though, too, for those of you that prefer to read. So, Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us for just a couple minutes. I know you've got a very busy schedule, and I'm looking forward to the boot camp, which I also think we forgot to mention. When is it?
Well,
And I know
it,
they're ongoing, but if
they're
somebody's
ongoing.
watching right
So
now,
if this is for this session, so this will actually put a date on it. At the moment, it's the first and second, sorry, it's the Thursday and Friday, the first week of the third month.
there you go,
So in 2022, that means June 2nd and 3rd.
which is actually the sixth month.
Well, it's sorry, the third month of the quarter. I missed something. Thank you so much. Oh my God, how cool how cool
That's
and how
okay. My
silly of me.
birthday's in June, and I know it's the sixth month. So
It's the first Thursday and Friday of the third month of the quarter. I know that's always I missed like an important element to be clear. So it turns out that it's the 2nd and 3rd of June. It's the 1st and 2nd of September and the 1st and 2nd of December.
awesome. So just remember, it's quarterly based. Go to ultimatecredibilitybootcamp.com. That way you can stay accurate on the actual dates and you can have fun with Mitchell and his team and just learn a lot, laugh a lot, meet new people. I really am looking forward to it.
Oh, and I'm excited to have you there. And the folks you're going to bring in, they're going to have you as a guide. And that by itself is super cool. And
Yeah.
because you're good at what you do. Actually, you're great at what you do. And I love, once again, on the online learning side, you gave me some tools and techniques today that have shaved. I'll be kind enough to say weeks. I don't want to say months, but you saved weeks off of the time it would take to produce the effective stuff we wanted to. So I'm just gonna say thank you.
My
So if you
pleasure.
want Mary to guide you in an environment where it is going to be fun, and I will say it will be, if you let it, it will be transformative for you.
I like that. Well, Mitchell, thank you so much. And I look forward to our next session together.
Yeah. Thanks, Mary. Take
You're
care.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for future videos.